Hey guys, John here, and today we're going to take a look at the BitDrop script from Code Canyon. So after we've purchased and downloaded the file, the first thing we want to do is unzip it. Okay, so we see here that we're presented with two folders. We have the files folder, which contains all the files of the script, and the help folder, which has the documentation. So inside the help folder we have our quick start guide, our help file, as well as a little editor cheat sheet that tells us what everything means once we're in the editor. So I'm going to open up the quick start guide. So we see here that first we want to make sure we have the requirements: PHP 5.1, a MySQL 5 database, as well as Apache with mod rewrite. So once we're sure we got all the requirements ready, the first thing we need to do is create a MySQL database. Now I've already gone ahead and done this, and you can do this in your hosting control panel. And while you do it, make sure that you write down your database username, password, the database name, as well as the host address you use. And keep all that information with you because we're going to need it in the next step. Okay, so we're going to want to upload everything now. So I'm going to open up my FTP uploader and log into the Code demo site. So once we're logged in, we just highlight all the files and we drag them over to upload them to our server. We see here there's this DS store file. We could ignore that. That's an Apple specific thing. Alright, so we got everything uploaded. You want to make sure that your htaccess file is uploaded because some operating systems hide this file. But we see it here and it's on our server, so that's all good. So going back to the quick start guide, we see that our next step is we have to run the install.php file. So let's open up a browser and we're going to go to our demo site, install.php. Okay, this is the installer that's going to help you install everything. It's going to modify the config file, which contains all your options. It's going to create the tables in your MySQL database. And here you can also write your admin password. So the information you wrote before on that piece of paper with your database name, the host address, the username, and the password, you're going to need that now. So I'm going to go ahead and type in that stuff. Alright, so I've gone ahead and typed in all my information and hit the install script button. And now I'm presented with all the error messages, or success messages in this case. So I see here that the htaccess file was found, the database connection worked, the config file was modified. I see that I'm running the latest version. Everything has been successfully installed, so that's great news. And the last step in the installation process is to delete this install.php file because we're not going to need it anymore. So I'm going to go back to my FTP program here and I'm just going to delete this file. So once that's done, we just navigate to our website. So once we run through the install process and we deleted the file, we just navigate to our URL, or we can go straight to the editor. In this case, we went to the home page. And we see here that we have all the default options. So 10 megabyte file size limit, 3-hour time till your link expires. So first thing we can do, we can go ahead and we can upload something. So I'm going to go pick a file here. And you'll see that we also have options. So the make file public option, that sets a file so that it can be found in searches. So here we see our recent uploads and our popular files. If we just upload this file like this, we'll see that it's not going to show up here. Just refresh the page. But we see that if we upload something else and we set it to public, it'll show up in the public listings here. Okay. And of course the other option, add a file password, that would be the password to access the file. So if we set something here and we see when we try to access the file, we'll need a password for that. Okay, but we want to do some configuration to this. So right now we got the basic BitDrop installation set up, but we want to do a couple changes, maybe change the file size limit and the time. So I'm going to go back to my FTP program and I'm going to want to open up this config.inc.php file. Okay, so I've gone ahead and opened up the config.inc.php file, And I see here these are all my options, and what I want to change is the max file size here, so I'll change it to 15, and the download limit here, which I'll change to 0 for unlimited because I don't want to set a limit in this case. And I'm also going to want to change the expire time from 3 hours to, we'll say, 9 hours. So all I need to do is save this file, and we'll see that once it's saved, the changes are reflected right away. So the next thing, let's just upload a couple more files. And do one more. Okay, so once files are uploaded, we have our short link here, and we can also access via our dashboard. So let's go to the dashboard first. So we see here, these are all recent files that we've uploaded. You can't do anything more than just view the files in the public dashboard. But we see here, we know which ones are public from the little green dot, and the ones which have passwords from the yellow dot. So let's go ahead and take a look at a file here. We'll open up this one. Sorry, preview. So we see here we're presented with a little preview image. We have the file details here, size, views, and how long it expires. This would be how many are available if we had a download limit, and a QR code. Now the QR code you can scan with your phone and it'll bring you to a nicely formatted mobile view of the site. We also have 4 images larger previews, which you can just click and they'll come up. Now options for files are to download and of course flag. So if someone flags your file, you'll see if we go back to our dashboard, this is the user dashboard, we see here that this file has been flagged. So let's go ahead and move on to the editor, which is at .ca/editor. Okay, we see here this is going to show all the files that BitDrop is currently holding for everyone. There are no more users. The user dashboard just shows what's been recently uploaded. Here we have uploaded for everyone. And we see here we have the same information, the public files, the password protected files, the flagged files. And in our dashboard, our administrator dashboard, we can do a couple of things. We can delete a file, we can extend the file time, and we can also get a small history of that file, including when it was uploaded and who flagged it. We also have options to delete all expired files, which is when you have a huge list of expired files, it's a one click to delete everything, and we can show user logs. And that's it for the installation of BitDrop and how to use it. But we want to do a bit of modifications to make it a little more personalized. So let's go back to a file here. We'll go back to the mobile here. And because we're not using download limit, we can delete this. So we're going to go back to our FTP program. And we see here that everything is in the views. All pages that you see are in the views here. So this one here, this is actually the view.php. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And what we want to do is delete this little available 0 here. So to do that, we'll just navigate to the bottom here. You see available, so this is the section. You can change anything you want in BitDrop and the changes are reflected right away. So I'll change this and I'll save the file back out. And I see here when I do a page refresh, it's gone. So it's as easy as that to do any modifications you like. And that's it. So thanks for checking out BitDrop, and if you have any questions you can message us to Code Canyon. Thank you.